So here we are, Formby. We've completed our round today. First out, Mark James, former Ryder Cup captain. You enjoyed that?
I did, actually. It's been great, Nick, wasn't it? Because a lot of the courses this year with the wet, not great. Come to the seaside, this is fabulous, and good company. 70 degree. I mean, what more can you want?
And your game was very steady today.
It was better. I'm improving. The winter took its toll. I was a little better today. I hit some good shots, but I've got a way to go because I've been really poor lately.
Well, Gary Beadle, Geordie Shore star, making his debut on the European Players Tour, playing against Ryder Cup captains.
I know.
How did you find it?
Do you know what it is? I don't know if I actually was a little bit nervous. Normally I don't really get nervous, but I was, I think, and obviously getting a double on the first, double the second. I think I was like 6 over through 5 holes, which was my worst start in ages. And like, as much as I love the course, someone said, "How you find the course?" I don't even think I looked at the course for the first 7 holes because my head was just down. But like I said, it's nice to obviously to see people like that play. It's where you want to be, even at your age. Do you know what I mean? 55 years old. He's fucking peppering it down there.
His caddies know better. He's giving me some
tips.
Stuff.
No, honestly, like I say, it's a good day, and the weather's been so bad. Like we said, it's been raining. Last 4 times I've played, I've got soaking wet. So to come down to, like I said, down by the sea, and this stretch of, I love links golf, but this down here, they're so lucky.
So Gary, this is a slightly novel format in the sense that we're now able to compete for the first time against professionals who've been at the highest point in the game. Obviously Mark's 118 on the European Tour, so it's a bit of a leveler that he has a handicap and he plays against us in the league table rather than pro-ams. What's your thoughts on the concept?
I think a lot of golf kind of TV people play, or sports stars, is golf days. You get invited to a golf day, or you play a pro-am, whether it be the British Masters or the BMW or whatever. So it is nice to play a competitive format. I think that's the good thing about this. You get to play competitively against, let's say you play off +2, and it's nice to actually see them have handicaps and play Stableford. It's much better than a pro-am.
Same tees as well, because in pro-ams sometimes the pros 60 yards back.
The pro-am's more about the experience. It's not actually about the golf realistically, because you play a tour scramble where everyone hits a tee shot and you play out from the best ball. So 9 times out of 10 you're playing from the pros ball, and if you don't make a birdie you've got to pick up, because that's where you get your points. So yeah, it's not proper golf, it's more of the experience of the day, as in this is proper golf, which is what you want to play.
We made it look proper golf.
Yeah, and believe me, it was proper golf.
So Gary, just tell us a little bit about your clothing brand. Very, very fashionable. I need to get one.
Yeah,
I need to get a top.
Yeah, I started it last year. I just thought, not really a gap in the market. Obviously your big contenders, you've got your Lindbergh, FootJoys, all that kind of stuff, but the gap for me was quality for price. I think these days it's just getting a bit out of control when you're playing. As much as I love Lindbergh and I'll buy stuff like that all the time, and Richard Mille and all that, but you're paying 120 quid sometimes for a half zip, for just a mid-layer half zip. 120 quid, and I've been in clothing before that, and I just know the cost of that and what the markups are, and it's just greed for me. And I think my idea was to try to bring in exactly the same quality, because I've been involved in clothing before. I can go to exactly the same factories and get exactly the same conveyor belt clothes made, but we just try and make it affordable. Like I say, why pay 120 quid for a half zip when we can sell them for 50 quid? You still make a profit and people get good quality clothes.
And it's very popular at the moment, isn't it? Your sales are soaring each month.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's going really well. I think that's what it is. We're doing as well the packs and stuff like that, where instead of just going and buying one top for 120 quid, and I know there is other brands do that, but I think, like I said, we can sell pants, 2 t-shirts, a jumper, belt, hat and a gilet for 150 quid.
Very good.
People love that, I think. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we're just, in a lot of our markets, quite new golfers. It's 25 to 35 year olds who are just getting in the game, and they want to go on a website and buy a full outfit. Do you know what I mean? So it's worked. Honestly, it's worked really well.
So when we think of the name Gary Beadle, we think of reality TV.
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit how you got into that and why you phased out and where your focus is right now.
I was one of the first ones on reality TV. Do you know what I mean? Reality TV didn't exist when I was younger. Not like now you grow up and you've got Love Islands and Geordie Shores and all these other shows and Desperate Housewives and all that and all the retail like housing markets and all. There's loads of TV shows now, but I think we were like the founders of it, if that makes sense. You had Big Brother, that was probably it. But the structure you see of them now kind of came from The Only Way is Essex and Geordie Shore, where you put in an environment, you filmed. It's proper reality. Like it was hardcore.
It was.
But yeah, I did that from I was 21 till I was 30. So I did about 16 or 17 seasons of Geordie Shore, and then did a few other shows for MTV. And then I came out of that, and yeah, I think I picked up a golf club when I was 29, 30 years old. And the good thing for me is, and I tell a lot of people this, I was encouraged to party and drink every single night. That was my job. To get out of that without knowing was quite hard. Like I left the show and I was so used to going out every weekend, but then I started playing golf. Well, I'll play golf on a Saturday, play a bit crap, 18 handicap, whatever. Then I'll play. I've got midweek comp on a Wednesday. Then I'll play Saturday, and before I knew it, I hadn't drank and I'd stayed in for a month. So I was like, oh my god. So that's when golf just took over, and since the last 6 years, that's all I've done is just golf.
Well, Mark and I are amazed how you have 4 million followers. How do you get 4 million followers? We have about 14 between us.
I don't know about you. They're all yours.
That's because I have a big family.
Again, just off the success of the show, Geordie Shore was, I think, looking back, I don't think at the time I realised how big it was. I could go into a soft play or somewhere now and someone will just go, "You're right, guys." Like, no matter where I go in Europe, they'll know who you are. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think I realised at the time how big Geordie Shore was, but now, and that it's not just big in England. Let's say it's big in Brazil, South Africa, Italy, Australia, New Zealand. So MTV's a global brand.
Of course it is.
So it's not just the UK. So we've got quite a big following from everywhere, really.
So as you know, EPT, European Play Store, has aspirations to go socials now and to build that quite big. We have lots of professionals and celebrities all have big following, and they think this is quite a unique concept to promote through their following. But also we're looking to broadcast, and we spoke on the way round about the possibilities of taking this concept and creating a reality TV program series from it, because there's a lot of people in the UK and Ireland, possibly the world, that would follow the pros, amateurs and celebrities with a fun program. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you just got to get it right. Do you know what I mean? You can do it however you want. You can do it YouTube style, but it's a bit harder. You could do it with an actual TV production company, which for me, it's kind of like what's them bikers called? The hairy bikers are just the drive around.
The Geordie ones.
You basically want something like that, where you might be going to play Old Head in Ireland, and you get there, but before we get there, we'll go for like, you go do like a Guinness tasting thing, or you have a little, almost like you follow the golf, but the golf will be part of it. I think that's the concept you've got to get. It's got to have a story and a narrative to it. It can't just be like, we're here playing golf, because it'll just get a bit boring, a bit fast. It would be quite hard to film, but I think if you had a story behind it and it was shot properly and it was on TV rather than YouTube, I think it would have a good chance with the right people to do really well. But as I said, it has to be a proper production. It has to be done properly.
Something you might fancy in the future before your retirement?
Yeah, get us on. Yeah,
what about, has he got a future in TV, Mark James?
Yes, I'm better with a microphone in a shed somewhere looking at.
I think you want his former job, don't you? But we've had a good day. You've looked at the schedule. Any others that appeal to you in the European?
Yeah, well, obviously I know Moortown. I've seen that. It's a really nice course. That's literally 2 minutes from my house.
Of course.
Obviously Sunningdale, old and new, will be an unbelievable day. I think Gullen, Scottish ones, could be a possibility. But yeah, and then I've seen a little sneak of that winter series, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You were a bit of Dubai, Vegas and Mauritius.
That's right up my street.
Brilliant. Lovely meeting you, lovely playing with you, and we welcome you to the European Players Tour Players Stable. And Mark, as always, thank you so much for all your support. Well played today. Very impressed how you worked that ball around. Let's see who's leading the leaderboard now.
I think we know you're doing all right.
Bandit.
Well done. Cheers.